What's going on, guys? So this video here today is for people who think PPC is what they're going to use to launch their product, to get their product up there, whether you're using it currently right now or whether you're just about to launch a product and you're going to be like, oh, I'm just going to put some campaigns up, get this going. I'm going to become a PPC expert and that's going to get me all the sales that I need. I'm telling you right now, that thinking is incorrect, okay? If you do this, you're probably going to lose thousands of dollars trying to get PPC to work, spending hours and hours of your day trying to tweak campaigns to get your product off, get it to the moon. That's just, it's not realistic, okay? So I want to share with you the real thinking, the real way of PPC works, you know, what it's actually made for and how to actually launch a product and get that off and going, okay? So we don't want to keep giving too much money to Mr. Bezos, spending a ton of money on Amazon PPC, banking on this is the only way that I'm going to get traffic to my product, get conversions to my product, and everything like that when we first start. As we know, if you have 0 reviews, you just start, you're going to have to find a way to get traffic, okay? Amazon PPC can be used for that, but not in the way you think here. So I want to go over what PPC actually is, how to use that properly, how to think about, you know, using it to launch, everything like that, all the way to, okay, so Amazon PPC, Cameron, you're telling me that this isn't the only way, this is not how you use it. Okay, so what are we going to use? Okay, and that's just more of launching techniques, having a launch plan, understanding the other strategies to launch. Okay, so again, if you're using PPC right now and you're just banging your head against the wall, this video is definitely for you. If you're going to launch a product here in the future and you think you're going to use Amazon PPC, this video is also for you. So make you stick around and watch this video to the end, just because hopefully it's going to save you a lot of money. If you guys don't know who I am, my name's Cameron James. I've been selling on Amazon going on 5 years now. My first product did 1.3 million. After that, we've had multiple 7-figure businesses. And I would say I'm a little bit of a PPC nerd. I like to get down and dirty in those details. I love the numbers. I love messing around with campaigns. I love experimenting. So I think I am a good person to talk about this. But anyways, guys, let's just get right into this. The first thing I want to talk about is how to properly use PPC and what it's actually meant for. Not in the way you think it is, but what Amazon PPC is actually meant for. Of course, anybody new checking in, PPC is pay per click on Amazon, so just running ads on Amazon. Number 2, I want to teach you some other ways to launch your product, some other strategies, some other ways to think about what you need to do to actually get your first sales on Amazon, get reviews, and actually become profitable, right? If we just keep using PPC and we're not doing these successfully, we're going to run up our margins or blow our margins up very quickly in ad spend. And all of a sudden we're going to be selling products for loss and money is going to be just disappearing on your Amazon account. You're like, what is happening? Credit card bills go through the roof for your business account. And you're like, okay, this is not working. So I want to help you avoid that, give you other tactics, tell you kind of how to pivot, how to combine all these tactics together to make sure that 1, maybe you just use a PPC more efficiently this way with other tactics, or 2, maybe PPC isn't right for you. Again, we'll talk about this and what other strategies you could use. So first, let's talk about PPC. So PPC is a tool, okay? This is not the lifeline. It's not the be all end all of getting product sales, of launching, of being profitable on Amazon, okay? So just like any tool out there, if the user, your product, so in this case, the user of this tool, so is your product, if it sucks, then the tool won't work. Okay, just like in real life. So say I'm trying to pound a nail into the wall with a hammer and I keep bashing my thumb on accident. You know, it's not the tool's fault the nail's not going to the wall. It's the user's fault, my fault, okay? In the case of Amazon, for this analogy, it's the product's fault. Okay, so if your product sucks, the tool's not going to work. So if we know this tool won't work, this PPC tool won't work if our product sucks, let's get into the foundation of this, okay? We're going to get deep into this, but we got to start here. Okay, so what is it that makes a product suck? Okay, so the user of the tool, it is either the market, so your product research, so you failed in this. It is your supplier, so quality, review quality, everything like this, margins even, because you need proper margins to run campaigns and actually be competitive in that way. And 3, your listing assets, which all 3 of this is what I call, you know, the BEDROCK method or the foundation of any Amazon business. Very important, but I've made videos on that in the past. I won't go deep into that. But to kind of break these down into bullet points for you, it could be, you know, you are in a terrible market and you look like everyone else. You provide no extra value. And if you do provide extra value, it's it's not the way they want it, the way the market sees it. Could be that your title sucks, your listing sucks, your copy sucks, your photos suck, right? If you have low quality images, people are going to see your product as low quality. Even photos are probably everything on Amazon. About 60% of customers, they don't even look at the copy. They just look through the photos. If they don't like it, they're out. So do we have infographics? Do we have 3D renderings? Do we have lifestyles? Again, that all depends on your product and your category there. But, are we displaying on those photos benefits? Are we displaying value? What kind of value we have? What are the pain points, the pushing points of that customer? How do we get them to believe that our product's worth $5 more than the other guys? And, we have 2 reviews and the other guy's got 100 reviews. So how do we get that, get them to take action and see that we're more valuable in those ways? Same thing with, reviews. I kind of touched on this, but if you have no reviews, obviously that's part of your listing assets. Okay. So if you have no reviews, this PPC tool is not going to work. If you have bad reviews, 1-star, 2-star quality, obviously people are not going to click on your listing, or if they do, they're not going to buy it. Okay. So these are all things to really think about, right? I've missed 100 little details in there, but think of it that way. Okay. If your product sucks, which includes the market you're in, the value of your product, of course, goes in there. Your supplier part of it went wrong, whether it's margins, or 1-star, 2-star quality, it's not going to work out. 3, if your listing is terrible, it's not going to work out. And again, I'm skipping a few details in here, but this is a good start to kind of understanding how PPC is, how it is a tool. And if you don't have these bases covered, it's not going to work out. Okay. So obviously, again, I could throw price in there as well. So if your price isn't competitive, people aren't going to click on it. They're not going to buy it. If they don't see the value in that price, they're going to go buy the cheaper person or the person that provides more value at that same price. Okay. So hopefully you're taking notes. Rewind it real quick. Take some notes there of what it takes to get a good listing. But otherwise, I'm moving on here. Next, since PPC is a tool, we need to identify the goal for that tool. Okay. Just like a hammer, right? A hammer can put a nail in the wall. It also can take a nail out of the wall. Okay. Depending on how you want to use it. So just like a hammer, PPC has different functions. It has a different goal depending on what you're trying to do. So we have to identify our goal for this tool at this time. There's at least 2 different goals you can have with PPC. Okay. The first one is profit. Okay. So having an A cost, having margins after PPC, I should say just A cost, right? So average cost of your sale is to be around 10% of each sale you make. So if you say you sell a product for $30 and you spend $3 on PPC to get that sale, you spend only 10%, and usually you'll have 20 to 30% left over for profit. Okay. So that is a goal of having profit. So this is for well-established products, products that have a good amount of reviews, say 250, 300, maybe 100, depending on the niche, maybe 1,000, depending on the niche. It just depends on the competitors in the market, just in general. But this is probably the only time you can really use it this way is when you get it established, when you have good keyword ranking, when you're making sales already, your organic rankings moved up, you have great reviews, your listing is great, you have great photos, the product has 4 to 5-star review quality, and everything like that. Then on to the second goal, okay, which I assume that most people are in this category currently, and probably the most important one to understand, and that is the launching goal. Okay, so the acceleration goal. You can put it in a few different phrases, but I just put it under category of launching. So for this goal, which is it's such a different mindset, okay? And this is why it's important to identify this so you can get in this mindset. But for this goal, you could be in the range of 40% to 100% A cost, okay? So if you have 100% A cost, that's all of your product cost, right? If you're at 40% A cost, you're essentially just getting cost of goods back and you're losing all margin. You're breaking even when you make this sale. So when do you have this goal? This is when you're trying to get your first sales, your first reviews. You're trying to rank up for certain keywords or in general to start getting organic sales. Okay. So we're using it as a tool to get our traffic, right? So when we first start a product, any product, right? So we're going to be on page 3, maybe page 4, maybe page 2, maybe bottom of page 1. Again, depends on the market. And so it's like, okay, if we're all the way down there, no one's scrolling down there to find us. So how do we get visibility? How do we get traffic, people to our listing to make the first sale? We do this by driving PPC, and we use it as an actual tool to drive traffic that way. Okay. We understand since we have 0 reviews or 1 review or 2 reviews, and people, compared to the competition who have hundreds maybe, or maybe even thousands, that our product probably won't convert very well compared to theirs. So it's going to take multiple clicks. It's going to take more expensive clicks. It's going to take, since we're going to convert less, like, it's just going to kind of rack up a bill, and we're going to, kind of run up our PPC bill and kind of lose a lot of our margin. But I know this for most products going in. You don't know how rare it is to get in and actually have profit for PPC when you first start a product. Like that's incredible. Some people, even a good product, right, can be in a situation where PPC doesn't even work when you have 0 reviews or 5 reviews or 10 reviews. You need to build a good basis up to even compete or even have a chance to make sales with PPC. So if we're launching and we're getting 40 to 100% ACost and we're actually getting sales with 0 reviews, you should take that as a good sign, okay? You see how this mindset shift is kind of happening with PPC. People expect it to blow up their product overnight. They're just going to make this magical campaign. They're just going to get better at this, spend 10 more hours a day on it, and it's going to work. No, have a different mindset. It should be the 80-20 rule, or I should say the 20-80 rule for this. The 20% of the work in gets you 80% of the results, and you probably should stop right there. And to be honest with you, when you get to the profitable side, and say you get to 300 reviews, 400 reviews, PPC is easy. You don't have to do much. Like, you can test and iterate and fun, but it's honestly a waste of the time as a business owner. You could go work on other things such as other launching strategies, more products, or build out something that's going to give you more results. So it usually isn't the fact that you're not good at PPC. Yes, there's a learning curve. Yes, you need to get to a certain level where you actually could get those 80% of results. And that probably takes a month or two of actually getting sales and things like that to understand how this whole thing works. But in the gist of it, you really don't need to spend that much time on it, right? Because PPC works when your product works, when your product fits, you have reviews, you have social proof, you have ranking, all that good stuff. It just works. You convert on the keywords you're supposed to convert on. When it doesn't work is when your product sucks and people are trying all these new things like they're going to find a magical keyword. No, most likely not. Maybe there's a hidden gem here or there, but at the end of the day, you don't want to spend 12 hours a day on PPC in this manner. Okay, so if you're in the launching mindset, just know that you're going to burn some money, put it in your budget, and keep getting sales and have a good review back-end strategy to make sure you're getting as many reviews as possible and everything like that. So just understanding these two different goals will help you plan better, will help you plan your budget better, will make you sleep better at night, right? Because you're like, yes, I'm burning money, but this is for reviews. This is for the long-term investment of my product or getting my first sale so I can actually rank up in these keywords. Yes, I'm going to burn a little bit of money. Yes, I'm going to have a learning curve, but at least your mindset's changed where you're not just tinkering every day, trying to change campaigns to make them profitable, which, that never works. Change a campaign every day. You should wait at least a couple weeks, but changing this mindset is going to help you sleep better at night. It's going to help you in the long term, which we're not doing this for 2 to 3 months. We're doing this for a year from now, 2 years from now. Okay. So if you're in that launching goal, then this is an investment into your product. You need to know that. Okay. That's where most people kind of drive themselves crazy. Now we need to talk about launching strategies. Okay. So, what if PPC doesn't work? And to be honest with you, PPC doesn't work for all products, especially at the just beginning, okay? So you might need to pivot, you might need to change course and everything like that. And that's why it's important to have other strategies and to create what I call a launch plan, okay? So just a plan to help you launch your product. Like, what are you going to do for the first 2 to 3 months? PPC, yes, it should be in there to test and iterate, but what if that doesn't work? What else are we doing to get sales, to get reviews, to get this product off the ground? Because again, depending on the market, and the customers of that different market, which there's thousands, if not tens of thousands, of hundreds of thousands of different little tiny niches and sub niches of consumers on Amazon buying different things. Some PPC just doesn't work for some of those, right? There's certain categories where some of them you can't even do PPC, and some of them PPC just doesn't work, especially when you have 0 reviews or 10 reviews or even up to 50 reviews. So we need to have other tools in our belt, and then we need to have this understanding, this level of expertise in launching of Amazon of every different angle. That way, if something doesn't work, we can pivot, right? So if we go into something with a plan for 2 to 3 months and it doesn't work, but at least we're scientific method, right? We're crossing this out. Okay, PPC isn't working for this product. We need to pivot. So we just replace that with something else. We're doing other things to maybe combine with PPC or with those other strategies to give us the best chance to launch, right? So it's a momentum game on Amazon, how ranking works, right? So if we get 10 sales a day, we're going to rank up a lot faster into different keywords and start getting organic sales and get over this hump a lot quicker than if we just get, 2 sales a day, then one day we get 1 sale a day, then maybe one day we get 10 sales a day, but then we go back down to 1. No, we need to combine things and get as many sales as possible to create a snowball effect on Amazon, right? So that has a lot to do with, reviews, rankings, getting sales, everything like that. But we need to know how to send traffic, get conversions and everything like that to really utilize that. So this is the first step of kind of understanding that. But having a plan to go in and knowing what doesn't work, what does work, and then being able to pivot based on results is where I think a lot of people mess up and just think PPC is just not working, so they give up or the product fails. No, PPC doesn't work for every single product. It doesn't mean it's a bad product. It just means we need to have a different avenue, a different strategy, and everything like that. So let's talk about some other launching methods and other strategies we can use to get sales, to get traffic into our listing. So all these strategies, what works, what doesn't work, it's all going to depend on your market, depend on you and your skill sets, right? So a lot of these do require another skill set. It's going to depend on your budget, your time, and everything like that. Just so know, these are just options, and some of these don't work with certain products, and some of them do, and it's going to make sense as I go through it. But just know that these aren't things we have to do, or things we must do. Things we just kind of combine and pick the best ones that fit our scenario the best, right? There's no black and white way to do launching, to find a product on Amazon, to do anything on Amazon. Every scenario is unique. Every person is unique. Every path is unique, depending on, you, your product, your budget, everything like that. So getting in here, the first kind of strategy could be paid ads. All right. So such as YouTube paid ads, Instagram paid ads, Facebook paid ads, Pinterest paid ads. Okay. So depending on your product, some of these platforms could be better than the others, right? So Instagram, I'm thinking more lifestyle products. So, sunglasses, t-shirts, hats, things like that. Facebook, more of the utilitarian thing, like this thing will cool your room in the summer. Just kind of those trendier products. YouTube, probably some more advanced, higher price products that are a little bit more premium, a little bit of quality. Pinterest, cute knickknacks, home decor, things with different custom designs, things like that. Pinterest would be a great place for that. Obviously, with paid ads, you're going to have to spend some money. You're going to have to learn that skill set if you don't know it already. So maybe if you have a past in doing these things, this is a good route for you. If it's brand new for you and you're struggling with paid ads already, or just it hurts your brain, maybe not the best route for you. So after that, you could go the organic route. Okay. So building a following on your own, not putting money into this, but using an organic path for you, getting more traffic, getting more sales, everything like that. For organic traffic, you can use YouTube, right? So YouTube's a great one because you can do how-to videos. You can make a how-to video of a problem that a consumer that would buy your product, how to do this. And then also like, okay, I use this tool, I use this tool, I use this tool to solve this problem that you're searching on YouTube. And then also the links are down below for you to get this if you want to use the exact ones I have. And it just happens to be the product that you picked, or not the product you picked, but the product you're selling on Amazon to get that traffic. So that's kind of a good way to do it. There's different avenues. Obviously, you can be a full influencer on YouTube, but personally, what I like to do, what I have done, and what I would do even further, if my product fit that category, is just making how-to videos for my product and linking that down below and everything like that. Facebook groups are a great way too. So if you have a pet supplies product, make a pet supplies, or not pet supplies, but a pet Facebook group. Maybe you're already in dog groups or cat groups and you have a dog product, and you could get in there, maybe talk to the group owner and say, talk to them and say, hey, I got a product out there. May I put this in a group? I think it'd be a great tool, solve a lot of problems. Maybe you can make your own group, grow that group, and then obviously you can pitch your product at nauseum there. Obviously, that's not a good strategy just to, push product on people, but give value, give value, give value. Hey, my product's over here. If this is something you need, give value, give value, give value. Something like that, right? It could be an IG page. Maybe you're really good at Instagram. You can do this route, build a following, obviously display your products and your brand on there. TikTok is a really popular one right now because you can go viral with a fancy product. Obviously, it's more products that are more trendy, things like that do well on TikTok. Then also Pinterest is a great one too, for the same reasons it was good for paid. So say you don't want to build a following. Say there's other channels or other Facebook groups or other IG pages, things like that, or be perfect for your product, but you just don't want to build that following, or we skip some steps. Well, you can pay these people as influencers. You can reach out and say, hey, I got a product. I would love for you to give me a shout out on your Instagram, or hey, I would love to make you have you make me a how-to video for this particular problem on YouTube and give my product as a solution at the end. I'd love that. And obviously, sometimes you're gonna have to pay these people. If they have a big following, definitely have to pay them. Smaller following, maybe a couple $100, just give them a free product, things like that. Next, we have giveaways. So, influencers, again, coming back to skill set, budget, everything like that. You got to weigh these. So hopefully you're taking notes here on all these things. Next, giveaways. So giveaways are, there's some gray area. There's things you need to know before, you start giving away products. It's definitely a gray area of Amazon TOS in terms of service. So you can do giveaways to boost your rankings on Amazon to get feedback as well. And there's ways to do this legally with Amazon. There's ways not to do this legally with Amazon. Okay, so you just need to make sure you do your research there, but you can use giveaways to get your product momentum, to get your first sales, get reviews, things like that. Just be careful, do your own risk, do your own research, things like that. Okay. Next, you can build funnels using ClickFunnels. So like there's other landing page sites too, but what I'm talking about is building websites, writing real copy, sending traffic this way. Maybe you have a lead magnet, so something to get people's emails in there and you start reeling emails to them. There's tons of ways to do that. Again, a little bit more advanced, but if you have the background in that, a great way to do that and something that I love doing. And then don't underestimate word of mouth, right? Getting your first 30 friends to buy. Be careful. There's some review strategy you need to do there. Don't have 30 people buy your product in 1 week and then leave 30 reviews. Amazon will not like that. And those reviews will not show up and you might even get in trouble. And don't underestimate, longer video here. I'm kind of running out of steam, but a lot of value here. I hope you guys like it so far. But don't underestimate boots on the ground, right? So talking to people. So say you have a gym product and you have a gym, like, hey man, I got this new product I just created for, doing deadlifts or whatever, or doing squats or Stairmaster, elliptical, whatever. Do you want to try it out? And like, I'll come back next week, see if you like it, giving away free product. Like, if you're building a brand, building a product, like you probably should give away some stuff for free. If it's definitely for feedback, potentially like that. And then eventually, you can have them give reviews on Amazon. We can have people order from Amazon potentially. And then you could talk to them in real life after they order it, reimburse them. That's gray area TOS, so be very careful there. But there's different strategies we could do, and you just get your word out about the brand, everything like that. Okay, so don't underestimate that. There's tons of fairs you can go to. There's tons of, depending on your product niche, you can go to certain places and see what happens. Local pet shops, maybe they'll sell your pet supplies or whatever you're selling there. But don't underestimate getting your boots on the ground and getting it's a momentum game, right? So it's like a slow build. It's like you're one sale, 2 sale, 3 sale, 4 sale, 5 sale. All of a sudden you get over the hump and it's exponential growth. Okay, so boots on the ground, it's the same thing there. So getting a couple sales here and there from all these methods, just boop. And if we combine these, we'll just get there a little bit faster, right? So that's why launch plan. We do all these things to help us out during that. And of course, there's things that aren't going to work, and there's things that are going to work until certain points of the business. If you're doing paid ads, like that's a learning curve. If you're doing PPC, a little bit of learning curve, not as hard as other paid ad platforms, but it can work. And so you need to learn how to pivot, make a plan and they're like, okay, I'm going to stick with this for 2 months, because it's not going to happen overnight. You're going to see results very, very slowly for the first 30 days. And then 2 months, you're going to start to see like what's working, what's not working. And you need to be able to pivot. And if you stick to your plan, is the only way you know if something doesn't work or not. You can't just flip flop all over the places. Okay. So this is the kind of knowledge you need to know to be able to really understand if things are working, not working, anything like that. So that is it, guys. A little longer than I wanted to go here today. I hope this was helpful. I know this is kind of a different way to look at PPC, but this is the way I look at PPC. This is the way I look at launching. So if it was helpful, share this with someone that you think needs it or is selling already or about to sell. Maybe you're in some communities in Amazon and this would just be super helpful for them. Share with that. Also subscribe, like, and comment down below, right? Tell me you're here, like this video, subscribe. This is mostly just people need to hear this, right? They're going to waste thousands of dollars on PPC thinking their product sucks, something like that. No, if you subscribe, like, comment, this will help YouTube share this with more people in the Amazon space. So I really do appreciate that. Otherwise, guys, I hope this was super helpful, and we'll see you on the next one.